I'm Honorable David Otto, Remsen, Commissioner, Magwi County. Generally, the security situation in Magwi the last 2 months is very good, though the county has been the beginning of the year until October, the issues of the cattle headers between the farmers and the community. But generally, now the security situation is calm within the county. Currently, within Magwi County, Eastern Equatoria states, we did not register the entering of the cattle within my county. It was actually people here says about the cattle headers are coming this way. Of course, they came to my neighbor of Juba County. The challenges that we have in Magwi County, generally the challenges on roads. Road is not good in Magwi County, and of course Magwi County is a green belt area and is more productive in agriculture, that provided and producing enough food within the country. And Magwi County is the one also supplying Juba currently. But the biggest problems are roads, access to the market, which is not good from all the payams. We have a lot of food that actually getting rotten in the stores. And the stores that we have, there are so many cooperative stores that are really losing numbers of tons of food that getting rotten in the stores. I remember the first base production, 8 tons of grain that being destroyed in the stores. So these are basically the challenges that, and again, some of the challenges from the farmers within Magwi County, they face how to storage capacity, and some building skill that they need to be trained, how to also get themselves from the small scale into the large scale. And most far as my counties only they are using the hand horse during time of their farming activities. I think if they are also given an opportunity from a modern kind of farming, I mean to say using of the tractors and other things that are modern that can bring a lot of food in the market, Magwi will be the best that can produce and help the citizen in South Sudan. So these are the challenges that we have, but generally, as I said, the security situation is good. Everybody is actually hoping for the best since the peace is already within the country, and this is what we are actually eyeing at. As you have observed, you've been in Magwi, you experience yourself, you have seen how my community, how relevant is the relationship within, and how their movement all along the road and all the area is possible on footing, but through trucks and any means of vehicle, it becomes more difficult. Ours, we already met it earlier for the herders that Magwi County are the farmers. You know, farmers cannot be mixed with the issues of cattle and all these that are destroying the farming kind of life. I think this is the biggest challenges. First of all, when my businessmen wanted to travel from Magwi to the market in Juba, as I said, the access is very difficult. They need to go from Magwi to Torit, and from Torit to Juba, which is so much far away. And these are the challenges that they are facing during their process of movement. And sometimes the nature of the road could not even allow the truck that they are using, and it will take them time with the goods example, like the fresh maize that is supposed to be reaching earlier within the market, the fresh cassava, the sweet potatoes that cannot take time, and some of them actually getting rotten on the roads due to also the roads and long way to the market. But again, my business community are really suffering because one, they are complaining of the dollar raise up, and again, they are also complaining of the security on the road because they've been suffering all this year during all these crises. Some of them they are also been road ambushes, and some of them loses life, and by now they also have some of the orphans. And last week, Part 1, we also registered because of bad road. One car overturned due to the bad road, whereby I lost about 4 businessmen that are holding business within my town, which is a surprise for me that made the county is really not feeling so much good. I think these are the most challenges that we are looking after, and even within the market itself, if you move around, everything that are coming to Juba, the price is so much higher, which is affecting especially the last consumers. The last consumers, these are the community, the vulnerable groups that are unable to buy things at the higher prices. So this is what I also see like a bigger challenges to my community. Education, I'm so much proud. Though since the 2013 crisis within the country, my county continue to go on with education. And as I talk, my schools pupils, students are there at the school, they are getting good learning. But the problem is also teachers are getting, salaries are coming a bit late. And again, even if the salaries come in their hands, and it is also so much smaller that they cannot even, if they come to the market, they can't even buy one sack of flour that can make them be very well. And again, you know, in teaching center and learning, person need to appear very smart. Due to the constraint, the money is not enough for them. They cannot even access buying clothes for them, so that the teachers are able to go and give their own experience during time of learning, because learning is started by a teacher. Your appearance within the student, within the pupils, into the classes. This is a way of imparting knowledges. Direct contact of eye contact by a child trying to inherit what a teacher might have to be a very good child performance in the school. Though this is also happening, I registered all those years, and up to now my students and the pupils are doing good. Magwi is doing good in terms of education, and I can say also in human resource. I think Magwi is also having enough of human resource. Everybody is trying their own best. With the reason is the government says all has to go back to school. Education cannot wait. So in Magwi, we are actually as a government trying to encourage all to go back. Whether you are old, you are not old, you have to go back to school, you have to learn. So that we try to see to change our life from all the cultural life to the modern life that is with the other world. And right now, this is what we are looking, and this is what we are eyeing, and we also call upon the government to support education department so that we go on with our education as normally at the rightful way. And again, In my county, the parents and the community they were complaining. You know, those years before the corona, we were using from January to December, which is the term actually is going. And it becomes also confusing when the community coming to ask the government, you know, the way the term ending is not actually going so much well with them, because they are supposed to begin January to March or April and like that until December, which is going very well with them. But this one again, it turned a bit not making them the right. And through that, they also say in terms of school payment, every time you find you could not be ready as you prepared yourself before, you find another time a question of, please, payment of school fees is also needed. So they look so much, is so different for them. That we look, it cannot sometimes make education, you know, when the parents are worried, it affects our students and the pupils at large. So this is the right time. The government, corona is not there, and the government also has to come with a modality that can help and sustain the parents that are really committed to help their children in the school. We are connecting the road. The insecurity happening is actually, it is not within my territory. As I said, Magwi is the most peaceful place in South Sudan. It is a connectivity. Once you go to another county, from the other county, you cross to the market Juba. And due to this, then we had a lot of effect on the businessmen that are traveling from Magwi County to the market. What I wanted to emphasize to the government of South Sudan, I'm emphasizing because I'm the right person that on the ground that getting community complaint every day, the community concern that we are trying to bring them out. Of course, infrastructures such as road need to be brought on board so that the community, the businessmen, and we are able to improve, because road alone is an improve of security. You know, when road is good, security is also going well. When the road is not good, then security is sometimes not good. Because through all this improving of infrastructures, we have our young dear ladies that are pregnant during their process of maternity, maternal level, that they are supposed to come and give birth to their dear child one. Then due to the bad infrastructure that we have, then it can also affect them at the earlier age and the time, the death that they are, unfortunately they are supposed not to happen. So actually I urge the government so that we have to focus where there is the security is improved. The government is also to improve infrastructure in such an area that can help. And again, I want to give a landmark emphasizing the issues of agriculture. I also wanted to call the attention of the government of South Sudan so that we expand our agriculture. We have to sustain the issues and the culture of bringing food from outside the country. And that's why I'm struggling very hard that my community has to produce, because after they produce, they are also they have for consumption, they have for cars that they are able, as I said, education-wise, they can also pay. Whether you are poor, you are not poor, it is a role that if we have done this, then a poor person can also be able to get a good life in the county and South Sudan at large.